Welcome back, tech fans. Tech with Terrence here, and back with another video. And I just wanted to bring to light the possibility of graphics card prices coming down here around Q1 or Q2 of 2024, and that is with the potential release of the Ada Lovelace Super Series. So that's the RTX 40 Super Series. Now, it's been a while since we've seen a Super Series from Nvidia, the last one being the 2070 Super and the 2080 Super, graphics cards that at the time really, in my opinion, didn't make a whole lot of sense, given that the performance gains or difference between, say, a non-super variant and a super variant wasn't all that much, significant that warranted the upgrade. The biggest boost you would have got at the time would have been the extra RTX features like ray tracing and DLSS. But Nvidia did tease a special event at CES 2024, an event that I unfortunately will not be able to make, but one day. So we could see the Ada Lovelace Super Series revealed there and released in 2024. And now the initial lineup out of the Super Series is more than likely going to look like an RTX 4080 Super, an RTX 4070 Super, and an RTX 4070 Ti Super. They'll likely release at the same price point as their non-super variants, the RTX 4080 and the RTX 4070, etc. At least what they released at launch, their MSRP. They could launch at the same price point, offering the same RAM configuration as their non-super variants, but with a higher core count, with a higher boost in cores. And maybe this will attribute to better DLSS support or better ray tracing performance. I did do a video essay on FSR and DLSS. You can check that video out up here in the card or down in the description box below. And while you're down here, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for me with the notification bell on to receive future updates and notifications. I am trying to, get the momentum going back here on the channel. So also while you're down there, hit the like button for me. So subscribe, hit the like button, do all the things. But we could see the RTX 4080 Super and the RTX 4070 Super and etc. announced at CES 2024 and released later in the year, somewhere around Q3 of 2024. Ada Lovelace series or RTX 50 series graphics cards won't likely drop until somewhere around 2025, maybe be announced somewhere towards the end of 2024, quite possibly towards the end of the life cycle of the potential RTX 40 Super series. But that leaves Nvidia an almost 3-year window to push lower end units like the RTX 4050 and also the RTX 40 Super variants. So does this mean you should hold off upgrading or finishing your build with a dedicated video card? We could expect retailers and e-tailers to drop price point on non-super variants after the event or after Nvidia announces them. You could expect to see, online retailers or e-tailers like B&H and Micro Center, your local Micro Centers, to start to reduce the prices of RTX 40 series graphics cards, and by chance any older RTX 30 series graphics cards they might have in stock. So if you're in the market for a higher end card, a modern card, if you will, with newer features and support for things like DLSS and FSR, and you want that new price to performance, right? Like you want to maximize the graphic detail in your games, or you want to run them with or you want to pair it with a fast CPU like a 10 series Intel CPU or 11 series Intel CPU, which are going for incredible prices right now. But if you're looking for that new price to performance, right, then in the upcoming months, now might be your chance to take advantage of that new price to performance and pull the lever on a newer graphics card, right? Like a more modern graphics card. Then taking advantage of those upcoming price drops and just discounts on newer end graphics cards or higher end graphics cards that are new, this could be your chance to finish your build or put your money, say, towards a faster CPU or higher storage and RAM allotment. And I just want to add, when it comes down to considering your graphics needs, consider your budget first, and then the type of games you want to play, and then how you wish to experience them. It starts there. It starts with your targeted gaming experience, something we talk about a lot here in this tech community. But consider the used market if you know your graphic needs and your targeted gaming experience is, say, somewhere along the lines of 1080p, 60 FPS, or 60 on a 60 hertz monitor, or even if you want to, say, upgrade your experience and you're looking to, say, move on to a higher resolution like 2560 by 1440p or even possibly 4K, then 6000 series AMD graphics cards, right? Or 7000 series graphics cards, a little bit on the lower end, can be had at prices that are hard to beat, somewhere along the lines of the $150 to $250 range. Even all the way down to, say, a RX 6700 or a 6800 XT, somewhere along the lines there, are graphics cards that can handle 1080p and even 1440p when paired with, say, a fast CPU, like again, a 10th series Intel CPU, somewhere along the lines there between 10th and 12th generation, or an AMD Ryzen 5000 series CPU, somewhere along the lines there, about a 3800X or a 3700X, which are also dropping down in prices here, more often. I'm seeing it now on the used market, somewhere along the lines between $90 to $100. That's a really solid 8-core, 16-thread CPU that could break barriers for you if you're looking to really take your gaming experience to the next level, or just your experience as a PC user to the next level. If you're coming from, say, a quad-core CPU to a 3700X, you will definitely notice the difference. So yeah, consider the used market either for an Nvidia graphics card or an AMD graphics card. Some really solid prices there. You can save money again putting it towards other components in your system. Should we see prices drop in, say, some of the most popular graphics cards along the lines of the RTX 40 series, I will be there to do my best to scoop one up, to do a comprehensive review for those who could be in a potential market for a solid 1080p card with even more, future potential at 1440p with this high VRAM buffer and core counts. Now, there's also DLSS 3.5 and frame generation, which is only available on RTX 40 series. So that's also something to consider. And if you're not familiar with DLSS 3.5 or frame generation, or the both of them, then you can check out that video that I mentioned earlier up here or down in the description box below that just creates an entire conversation around the concept of how AI could be the potential future of PC gaming. But speaking of the future, again, we could see potential graphics card prices dropping as the 40 series is announced by Nvidia here in the upcoming CES 2024. When they do, I will be around to cover CES. So again, if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet, I do ask you to hit the subscribe button down there for me with the notification bell on, and also like this video if you haven't yet. But that's all I got for this one. I do hope to catch you on the next one. So until then, be easy.